So, I finally got this bad boy in the mail with a couple of others. And this is number 156 of the Robot Damashii line. And it is the Wing Gundam from Gundam Wing. I am so fucking excited to finally have this figure in my hands. In these hands. Yes. Anyways, really awesome. It's about time this figure came out. And I'm so happy that it wasn't an exclusive. Much like the Shenlong Gundam and the Death Scythe that is coming out. So really amazing. Let's take a look at the back. Yeah, some of that art, if you want to call it art. Anyways, showing the accessories off, the posing ability. And of course, this is a transforming mobile suit. So the figure's going to transform into Neo Bird form. So awesome. So awesome. So just wondering, how does this compare to the MSIA version 2 Wing Gundam? Can't wait to see. So time to crack the box open, take a look at the figure, see what the accessories hold, articulation, and then give you my final thoughts. For accessories, you get a number of different hands. 2.5, in fact, extra sets. Besides the closed fists that are on the mobile suit already, you get some nice jazz hands, as always. Some weapon holding hands, or really these are just for the Buster rifle itself. I guess you can use it for the beam rifle, or not the beam rifle, but the beam saber. But speaking of which, you get a thumbs up beam saber holding hand. So very nice. Just like any Robot Damashii, you get an attachment part for the Damashii stand. So very neat. You get that, like always. For the transformation, because I guess they wanted to make it more stable when you put it on display, they gave you an extra torso with a attachment part already connected. So that makes just, I guess, makes things a bit easier. And then also for swapping parts out, you get this nice little, hold on, is it focusing? Yeah, it's focusing. You get this battle ravaged Wing Gundam head, this alternate head. And we would see this head on the opening credits for the first series, or first season, first half of the show, whatever. But it's very cool. I'll do a close-up look at that later with it on top of the figure, or it attached to the figure. Excuse me. You also get a shield. Very nice. Has a nice articulation with the handle. And let me see, can I push that out? There we go. Some nice articulation with the handle and everything. It actually pops open. So you can actually put, let me grab it. You can actually put the beam saber in. Let's see, where do you put that? I guess there's a little peg hole in there. And guess what? I cannot do it. So that's, there it is. Boom. So yeah, it just goes in there. I don't know if it can actually close while it's in there, so I guess it's just for display purposes only. Let me see. Oh yeah, it can. That's neat. So very cool. I can go in there. Let's see, can I pop that out? Wow, it's taking forever to pop out. There we go. So with the beam saber hilt, you of course get two different beam saber blades. So this one is pretty neat. Has some nice little silver in the beam itself, and it's supposed to be like a slashing action type of effect. And then there, of course, you get the regular beam saber blade. Not too bad or shabby itself. And then last but not least, the trademark, at least one of them, for the Wing Gundam, the Buster rifle. Very, very cool. Nothing really moves on it except for the handle, which can fold upwards. So when you transform it, along with everything else, into the Neo Bird form. So very cool. Nice paint apps. Very nice. Gunmetal gray, gunmetal black. Everything you can possibly hope for. And also the scope is painted. So very nice. So now with everything shown, let's go ahead and show off the articulation of the Wing Gundam. Okay, so I thought I'd separate the wings from the mobile suit itself, just to show you some of the articulation on it. And it's really well articulated. I mean, can't really go wrong here. Wings go back about that much, and they can go forward. So 360 with the wings at the hinge right here. And then they can also move up. And then they can also separate, just like that. So pretty good articulation right there. In fact, while I have it, so there's some vents right here. These are for these openings right here, really well hidden. You can put the attachment piece for the Damashii stand right inside there. These two little holes act as the attachment points. So it's really well hidden, as to where when we got in wing figures in the past, you know, they're just placed there on the backpacks and they kind of look out of place, but really well hidden right there. The figure itself, let's see, starting off with the head, double joint action right there. Can move up and down, go 360 all the way. The arms can rotate 360 and can fold out that way. So pretty good. It can actually bend up a little bit too. Oops. Before the shoulder armor gets in the way. And of course at the bicep, it does rotate 360. And without this claw getting in the way, yeah, let's just try and fold that somewhere. You do get double joint action in the elbow, and then you have 360 in the hand because it is a ball joint. The shoulder armor does move, just like in the version 2 MSIA. So you have that, and it's a little hard to, right, there it goes. So as you can tell right there, that piece in there could also move. I don't mess with it, I just don't want to fuck shit up. At the torso, you do get a bit of a bend, not too much though, and he can rotate a little bit before his skirt armor gets in the way. So speaking of which, the skirt armor is pretty much all on a ball joint. You can go up about that high to about that high, and the leg can kick up about that high. And you do get double joint action in the knee, and surprisingly enough, the knee armor is not separated. It doesn't detach and fold upwards with the knee itself. So that's kind of weird that they finally stopped doing that. But whatever. The back skirt armor can move a little bit, but not too much. And so yeah, so that's a ball joint action in the torso right there. Moving back onto the legs, you get some articulation in the ankle and of course with the toes. And the ankle armor is connected on a ball joint, I think only on one side. Yeah, so you get a good range of motion in that. And then last but not least, you do get some articulation with the thruster right here, and the leg does come, well, it doesn't detach, but it does kind of fold outward. So when you're doing the whole transformation thing, this thing can be moved up and just makes everything simpler, or does it? Who knows? But anyways, that is the Wing Gundam right there, articulation in a nutshell. Oh Christ, now I gotta put the wings back on. With a couple of accessories attached to the figure, now we see the Wing Gundam in all of its glory. It's quite impressive, and it's just like a dream come true, kind of. It's really cool to finally get this guy. I love him. I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm going to do the transformation after, just a quick look at the figure close up in its normal form. Oh, focus. There we go. So here he is. Here he is in all of its amazingness. Yeah, a Buster rifle, the shield, everything. Everything's really cool about this figure. And if you want to turn him around, whoops, Buster rifle in the way. So yeah, let's take a better look at him. So yeah, it really looks very show accurate. In fact, it looks a lot like the version 2, except not so chunky, I guess. Yeah, chunky is the word I would use sometimes. The figure looks quite amazing, and it's really awesome. So now let's go ahead and transform this guy and take a look at what Neo bird form looks like. For the transformation, you're going to want to start with the accessories. Take the Buster rifle handle and go ahead and push that back, and it's going to form that little tab right there. And then for the shield, you break this apart. No, you keep it like that. You go ahead and fold that right there, that handle. And this is going to fold inward as well. and you want to just tuck it right there, keep it out of the way. So this shield is going to attach to the back of the Gundam, just like the MSIA version 2. This piece goes in the back. If you want to go ahead and attach the Buster Rifle to the shield right now, there you go. It's a pretty sturdy fit, doesn't come loose. It's pretty cool to see. You can in fact put the Buster Rifle on the shield like that and have it attached to the forearm of the figure and have it wielded around like that. Anyways, so it's pretty cool. Now let's move on to the figure. With the figure, you're going to want to do a few things with it. Nothing too major. So go ahead and pop these hands off. And it's actually quite as simple as you would think. You probably wouldn't even have to look at the directions to transform this guy. You want to go ahead and detach his torso from his legs, or his torso from his body, or the rest of him, his upper part. And take this stump right here. Oop, there it is, falling right off. And go ahead and attach this part right here. And you want to go ahead and rotate also, because of course the front of the Gundam is facing the back portion of his ass and all that stuff. So yeah, there you go. So that's supposed to be for sturdiness and all that. Go ahead and push those legs out, or those toes out like that. And go ahead and, oops, let's lift up this skirt armor real quick. Push this to the side so we can see everything. And take these legs, pull them up, and fold them so they're gonna look like that. Pretty sturdy. It's not too loose right there, but yeah, it's a little weird. Anyways, go ahead and fold that back like how you were. And with the figure, it's the rest of the figure. Excuse me. Go ahead and fold down that shoulder armor. Let's see, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it on camera? Yeah, there it is. All right. So fold down the shoulder armor. If you don't want to scratch the paint like I think I'm going to do, you pull the arm out a little bit and then you fold it down. Now, surprisingly enough, these actually get tucked away, the ball joints. So you just tuck them back like so, and then you can go ahead and pull forward the, the claws right there. So that's very cool that they added that. Didn't get that in the version 2 at all. Go ahead and rotate the head, and let's see. I think I'm doing this right. So they don't fold. Oops. I like to keep them like this. They don't fold. Arms don't fold back completely. So I just keep it simple with the claws out just like that, like little paws. And then now we just attach the bottom half of the figure. And it's not too difficult, but let's just see if I make it difficult. There we go. And then we can, then we can put back the camera. I am not doing a second take of this, I tell you that much right now. So there he is, there's his head, and then we go ahead and attach the shield. I believe you'll hear a snap. I kind of heard one. And so fix him up, however, if he's a little disoriented, or yeah, there we go. So there he is, the Neo bird form of the Wing Gundam. And let me just take a better look, because I don't have a display stand. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, it is very cool to see this, and of course he looks great at the overhead view. Underneath, it's a little obvious he's a fucking Gundam, but that's okay. That's all right. You don't mind. But it's very cool to see him in the Neo bird form. A little closer look. Yeah, very neat, very cool. A lot more sturdier than I thought. So that's very interesting. So yeah, it's a good transformation. So let me go ahead and transform back into his regular Gundam mode, or mobile suit mode, and then I'll put his different head on, and then do the one last look at the head, because I don't think I've shown a good detailed view of him with the head on, and then give you my final thoughts on this figure. With the head swap complete, here's a better view of the alternate head for the Wing Gundam. Very cool to get this little scene, this little attachment for the figure, because it only showed up for like a few seconds in the opening credits, and it's just cool. I don't think it showed up in the series at all, but anyways, it's just cool to have a little bit of you know, little add-on right there. So very, very cool. Okay, so time to give you my final thoughts on this figure, and it's really, really amazing that we're getting a lot of the robot Damashiis that we've been seeking for a while finally come, you know, out on the oh, fuck. So, what do I think of the Wing Gundam? Is it a hit, miss? In my opinion, it is a hit. I fucking love this figure so much. There are a few cons against the figure itself, but nothing too big. So I'll get the negatives out of the way before I get the positives. Negatives, of course, being that it's kind of it feels like a small figure. It feels like a small mobile suit, and if I put it next to, say, the heavy arms, can I get them in the same shot? Yes, I can. Heavy arms, it kind of seems like heavy arms has more bulk to it, and it's, I mean, understandably so. I mean, I got 2 Gatling guns on this guy. Oops, there it goes. But it seems like the Wing Gundam is a bit small for its size, for the figure. On top of that, like the transformation, I don't have a problem with it, but for some reason I would have liked to have had more part swapping than actual transforming, because unfortunately there is some paint wear that goes on in the shoulders right here when you fold them down, and there's also potential for it to become more flimsy, overused, if you transform it too much, and then it becomes like a little too loose and wobbly and stuff. I'm just not too into that. So part swapping would have just been I would have liked that a lot more. Another thing is, no, actually, I think those were the only 2 problems I had with the suit. Just the part swapping and the size, but it's still fairly good size. I mean, I don't have a really huge problem with it. It kind of seems like the Wing Zero Gundam is a little bit smaller than the other figures that came out anyways, but in any case, that's it for the negatives. As for the positives, well, besides this being a figure that we've all wanted for a while, the second thing is that it actually did improve upon the version 2 MSIA that we got a long time ago when we were kids. Still the same idea, with the transformation and everything. A lot of things are similar, but this works out a lot better. Works out really well. So there's that. Accessories, not too much, but everything looks really great, from the Buster Rifle, from the Buster Rifle down to the shield, to the beam sabers, even to the head accessory. Really, really amazing paint jobs on everything, and everything looks nice and great. Price isn't too bad. It's around 30 bucks. So I got mine off Hobby Link Japan. I got both of mine, actually. I got 2 of them. So these are really well done. Other than that, oh, on top of that, so we get this little display attachment that fits perfectly into the thrusters in the back. That works out really well. I can't tell you how many times I've hated seeing like ugly attachment parts molded into the figure itself, and I just don't go for that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. Articulation is pretty good. It's a lot of articulation, but nothing really hinders each other. So if you move one thing, it doesn't move the other thing. It works out really well. Sturdiness is pretty well done. There's even weight distribution on the figure itself, so nothing's like making this guy topple over or anything. It's a well done figure. I just would have liked it better if instead of actually transforming them, there were part swapping. And so that's actually it. That is all she wrote, and this is an amazing figure. You guys should definitely get this guy. And yeah, thanks for watching. So as always, have a good day and take care, you guys. Bye.